Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making smoked barbecue chicken quarters on our Traeger smoker. Before I get started, I want to show you what I got for Father's Day. I got this awesome setup here, which I believe came from Costco. Got the dual Wi-Fi monitors here for our meat thermometers. So let's get started. I'll show you what we're going to do. All right, first thing we're going to do is prep our chicken quarters. Got these at Aldi for $1.19 a pound. So for $6 or less, you can get 4 chicken quarters. So I'm just going to open these up here. And we're going to take these out. May need to do some trimming before I touch that. Let me flip this up. This is what we're using today. I just got some rib rub left over. I'm just going to put a little seasoning on it. We're going to end up putting barbecue sauce on these anyway. But if you're going to smoke, you got to have something on it. You got to have seasoning. So I'm going to take this out, trim up some of the skin off of here a little bit. We don't need all this fat and skin on here. All right, now I'm just going to start seasoning these. Not putting any oil or anything on. We're just putting a little bit of seasoning on. Oh, the other thing I was going to do is just lightly slice the skin. And this is going to help it when it cooks for that skin to kind of crisp up a little bit better. Yeah, well, it works better if you do it on the cutting board. All right, now we're just going to finish. Put a little seasoning on these, get it down inside of there. A little underneath. I'll put it right back in here because we're going to store that in the fridge for about an hour. Just let some of the seasoning work a little bit. Again, we're going to end up putting barbecue on these anyway, but it won't hurt to season them. A little extra flavor in there. All right. All right. That's it for now. About time to start the smoker in a little bit. All right, we're out on the patio of the barn. I got my Traeger here, and I'm going to turn the screen around so you can see. Show you what I got. All right, we have our Traeger here. One of my favorite purchases. Used quite a bit. So there's our pellets here. And that's the model there. Okay, plenty of pellets for what we're going to do today. And we're about to turn it on and get started. So let me get it going. I'll show you. All right, so we already got it plugged in and just need to set it to smoke here. Turn it on. All right. Now we wait about 5 minutes and start smoking. All right, it's been less than 5 minutes, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and you can see we got smoke rolling. That's good. So we're gonna let it smoke for a minute. You can see the temperature's coming up. It's about 90 degrees out here today. So I was reading about 95 degrees. So we're just gonna let that smoke for a little bit, and then I'm gonna set it to 180. And I'll explain that in a minute. But we'll get the chicken on scene. All right, back in the kitchen here while the smoker's heating up, we're going to go ahead and put our meat thermometers into our chicken thighs here. So these are, again, this connects These each connect to the base by Bluetooth, and then this connects to the home Wi-Fi system. So I can be anywhere, and I can see the internal temperature. There's 5 different temperature settings here. This is obviously the tip is the internal temp. The ambient temperature reads out here. So these are pretty nice. Just going to put these in to the thickest part of the thigh, not hitting the bone. I can help it. Not doing very good here. There we go. That one there. That one there. All right. So I got another thermometer I'm going to use as well. It's one that's by Bluetooth only, but it'll reach in here just fine. So always like to have extra thermometers while we're cooking, but we're going to put it on at 180 to start with because it's called a super smoke. Some people call it that. It's a low temperature, provides a lot of smoke, not a lot of heat, so there's going to be a little more smoke in the chicken. And then after about an hour or so, maybe a little less, we are going to increase it to 350, and we're basically going to bake these things, and so the skin will crisp up. They should turn out really well. Now, there's a lot of ways you can cook chicken. You guys do whatever you want, but I'm not going to get to any kind of debate. So just the way I'm doing it today, and let's see if we can go put them on the pellet grill. Smoker. All right, it's been about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Temperature's up to 195. So these are ready to put on. So we're going to go ahead and get our quarters on here. So I'm going to get the first one. We're going to put it right in there. Like that. Get our second one. My third. And my fourth. Now, I do have one temperature probe that connects to my smoker. The other one connects to this device over here. The one that connects to the smoker is not that reliable, honestly. This one is more reliable. So I'm going to turn this one on. And we're going to put that in one of our quarters. Keep that in our pocket. And then make sure I got the right probe. Again, wrong probe. There we go. And we're going to stick that down inside this piece here. Like that. All right. And we're just going to let it cook for about an hour, and I'll monitor the internal temperature. If it gets up to 160, I'll be surprised, but we'll keep an eye on it and check back in a little bit. All right, so I have my app pulled up on my phone here, and you can see I have live readings on both of my temperature probes. So I just wanted to show you this app that's really cool. All inclusive in one price, but really neat. So I'll keep an eye on here, and let's go ahead and do a manual setup here. Let's do the target temperature to 160. Here we go. We'll set up a cook time, or a cook on here too. All right, it's been about an hour. I've got the app pulled up again, so you can see that the internal temperature is at 100 degrees. It's estimating I need another hour and a half if I kept the temperature at 180. we're not going to do that. I'm going to go out and increase it to 350 now. And when it gets up to about 160, I'll do another video to show you how we're going to add the barbecue sauce. Right, the internal temperature is reading about 160. So I am going to put on our Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Just open the lid here and see what we got. Sizzling right up. Put some barbecue on. All right, while that's cooking, I'm gonna fry up some potatoes on the griddle and we'll be ready to eat in about 20 minutes. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. Internal temperatures 173, 175. I'm gonna check it one more time here. Ooh, those look pretty good. 172 on the biggest one. 177. Yeah, 183 on the smallest. Yeah, at least in the 170s. So they're done. Time to pull them off. That looks pretty good. As always, let your cooked meat rest for the best results. We're going to shut that down. And let's eat.